Right, we're up. Good evening. Round 8 of the F2 Division live again. Oh, I just received a message from one of the drivers, but yeah. Big racing tonight. Potential changes in the championship, new drivers on the grid. Should be a good one. Any predictions, Mr. Chesney?
Who should we go to spot the championship tonight? At least one of them's going to put themselves out there running.
Whose downfall are we praying on?
It'd be rude not to back my brother to spot the championship tonight.
Oh, I see. The new driver I6 cannot get in. I'll quickly send him another invite because he says he can't rejoin. New driver. Yeah,
Trying to see who just started the lap.
I think it's
an Aston Martin leading.
What is the first one? I quickly switched to him.
Oh no, K1's on an out lap, so it'd be the.
Oh, it's Constella then, yeah. Well, Constella now officially back to Constella. Obviously, some people may know him as Darwizi. We know him traditionally as Constella, and he has changed his name back to Constella, so it makes it a lot easier for us. First that light is purple, obviously in sector 1. This is the first 2 sector time. Okay, his lap timers up just so we can look at the sector times as well, and we can compare them just as we go along. Oh, Luke is in the chat as well, RJ Van Vliet driver, and he's apparently Clipsy's coach. So
I thought it'd be nice as well, and I gave them midday time of day, so they didn't get blinded already.
Oh, F1 as well, please.
Yes, he will be.
I don't understand why. It's because it's only certain tracks that make it that bad with the lights. I don't know what other tracks are bad for time of day.
Was it Spain was bad, which I think just got stuck to midday.
I don't even know. Yeah, midday is just that boring time of day where it's like, oh yeah, it's bright, but there's no sun just gleaming on the track. Right, Constella for the line. What can he do? First time of the day, goes to 27.3. That's a very good first time. Merck up next. Not Merck, we've got Chesney come around, he's got a 28.1. Troy gets a 27.8 on the board as well. People flying with their first times. Nano coming across then. Where is Nano going to put it? Nano puts a 5th, 28.1. Ferrari coming across the line. Second be Flatbread. Flatbread wasn't meant to race today. Last minute he hops back in, he does a 27.7 for his banker.
Over in Burst is next across the line.
Over in Burst.
27.9.
Let's put in 27. This is promising for the race. I think we've said this before. I don't really know what to fully expect from the pole here, because based on the times that people are setting in F1, well, I don't know. I don't even know what the F1 pole is going to be in comparison to these times.
What 26s are possible, but I see it leveling out more like a 27.1 here. But let's see.
Ali just getting some laps in, done on the medium, so maybe just a couple of race practice laps. Double check to see if I6 is in. I did see him join. He's still in the pits though. He may just have to do a full restart. It's Nepatal. Cheetah Doozy's left. I'll send him an invite as well. Nepatal's still in the pits. He's obviously got a quali ban for those unaware, so hopefully he listens to us and he stays in the pits.
Oh, yeah, he just said he knows he's got one.
It's fine.
K1 up next for the line. He's just had a moment though at the final corner. This won't be a great time. Yeah, 128.5.
Lots of people in the 27s. You've already got the top 6 in amongst the action at the front on 27s. Then you've got new drivers. Oh, worth mentioning quickly the new drivers. We've got Sean Cox on the grid now, replacing Wicked Red. So last week he did his first race. He was racing under 0 shots. Changed his name since then to Sean Cox. Now he's racing now as a full-time driver, so he can finish the season as a full-time driver going into next season in the hopes of securing a full-time seat since round 1. And then we've got a couple of new guys racing as well that are racing as reserve in the hopes of just kind of putting their name out there ready for season 6. That's only a couple of weeks away now. In those cases we've got how should I call these new guys? Jaguar, Cheetah Doozy, Max and I6. I think I'm going to go with those names.
Yeah,
Jaguar. Jaguar like Jaguar. I'm on
I'm on
board
board
with.
with Max. He's running low on the RS, but he has still tried to set a time. So I don't think it's going to be a great one, but let's see what he can do with a bit of the RS in the lap. I
I'm
think that's
quickly.
in the line now.
Any improvement? He gets 130 on the board. He gets the time valid. Unfortunately, that will put him bottom of the pile as things stand, though. But Chitaduzi's Wi-Fi's crashed. That's why he's in the pits.
Zero's coming up to the final corner as well. So he'll be next to put a time on the board. See what he can do.
So it's been hooking up some good laps in quali. So we'll see what he can do on his time. Oh, he gets a 28.4. Slightly jinxed him there, but watching Sean Cox, I quickly send Chitaduzi in the invite when we wait for him to come across into the Delta time. Chitaduzi, there we go.
I6 is on the lap, but seems to have forgot to turn on ERS. So.
Oh. That's something I've realised from last week as well. Some drivers, I think it depends, I guess, how new people are to the game. Some people are obviously a bit unaware of the whole concept of flicking into hot laps. So yeah, if anyone's listening, don't obviously know that. Yeah, please come out the pits, change your ERS to no, and then when you're about to start your lap, flick it back to hot laps so that you actually have 100% worth of ERS for your time.
Yeah, I only joined him halfway round because he thinks it's a bad day, but it might have been if he's made an error early on, maybe that's why.
Perhaps, yeah. There's not many people, there's no one really out on track that's
No,
on the
he's just heading
time.
into the pit lane. So.
We've got Bard Tsunami just starting the time, so we'll watch him around.
This isn't exactly the a great first track to have to reserve on.
Yeah. I know we've had drivers in the past, their first race to reserving is like Saudi, but yeah, this is surely up there. I think a lot of people are unhappy with the inclusion of flying on the calendar. Oh, Neptal's retired, yeah, that's nice. Got a quali ban, so that's the reason why. But Tsunami is over 3 tenths up on his time, so that should put him in the mix then down in the 27s. Mercedes in front of him, slightly blocking him, but no problem there. Gets out of the way. F1 Kid said this is the worst track on the calendar. I mean,
I certainly agree with that one.
I know there's at least, I think there's been at least 6 people that have vocalized their pure hatred for the track. But it's only 7.5 tenths up on his time, so this is going to get him right down with the rest of them. So could be a time to watch this from the Hasman. Unfortunately, he is leading the the penalty points championship as well. So even though he's got some pace, he needs to keep it clean today because he's risked it. 27.3 from Constello just goes on the board. What can Bard Tsunami do? Puts a second as well. His second time with a 27.502. Go to the Merc behind. Who's that? Clipsy just starting his time. Is that yet? Another McLaren coming to the line.
I think that was abandoned.
Yeah.
Then Choi just put it in the pits as well. Another lap abandoned.
That's fine. Next, coming towards the line is an Aston. Is that Kookaburra? No, it's K1 and an out lap. We've got Max. It's Kurabod, isn't it? Kurabod's 4 tenths up on his time. So this looks like he could get into the 27s as we can. Oh, bit of wheel spin on the exit. Will this put him into the 27s? Just yet. Gets 27.6. Lovely time. Puts him up to 3rd place as well. Concella's still got a big gap though. He's 2 tenths ahead of Bard Tsunami in front. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone can get remotely close to that. We've got Jaguar about to start his time. We've got a Red Bull coming out. That's Chitaduzi hopefully finally out on track yet. Nice to see he's back in the session and ready to go. Same with I6. Is that K1? K1's just at the end of sector 1.
He's a 10.5 up on this time, so going quicker.
And Kookaburra's in the pits down his time. Is that Chitaduzi? Sure, I'll watch Chitaduzi. New guy on the grid. Came in with some decent times, so we'll see what he can put together. Goes wide through turn 3. Takes the wider line. I know some drivers like to keep it tight in there, but shifts down to 7th. Late shift down to 6th. Holds it around in 6th. Chooses to take that in 4th as well. Coming up to the line end of sector 1. Where does that put him? A 30.0 in his sector 1 time, which I think
got K1 next up to the line, but he was down at the sector 2 line, so we'll see what he can do at the final corner. But, I mean, again, it's someone else who's gone through the tight chicane and just can't make it stick up and over the curve.
Yeah,
He's
12.
improved 2 tenths though.
What's Cheetah Doozy? He goes through Mickey Mouse, bundles over the curb slightly heavily, but we'll see what his Delta's looking like. End of sector 2, purple in sector 2. Whether that's a visual glitch or not, we'll watch him to the line and see what his time will be. He's obviously not set a time yet, so this is his first marker down. Still valid, luckily, for him, so let's obviously he's coming in with a good time, so I think there's somewhat of an expectation there. No pressure on him, but we'd like to see Cheetah Doozy on the grid for next season. So what can he do? First time, puts at 11th with the 28-1 on the verge of the 27, so nice first time. Got an Alpine come around. It's an Alpine? I6 that would be, but surely. Yeah, puts in his first time, 30.3, slowest time so far, but he's got a time on the board so we can try and rag some more out of the car next time he comes around.
Again, he's not turned on the RS, because he's going around now with 100% the RS. So.
I might message him to say, by the way, lad.
And that he's gone into the pit. When I left being on board with him, he was about 2 tenths up at the sector 3 line, but obviously he's not that happy with his time anyway at the moment.
I know Ali has been vocalising that he's not 100% confident with the track, so but you'd expect from his position in the championship and stuff, you'd expect him to be somewhat in the mix, at least in the top 10. Cut to Cyril. Cyril's finishing lap as well. Watch him, he's flashing red on fuel, so he's probably just chucked in a 5kg run.
He's going to pit here because he's at 135 ready. So.
Okay. Ferrari coming to the line as well. That Flatbread coming to the line as well. Second for Flatbread. Still though, a tenth and a half off of Constella. And he's just about to go again on his time. Where's Jono as well? Watch Jono. I've watched I6 quickly as well. He's coming into the pit, still on 100% ERS like you mentioned already. Hopefully he sees my DM and thinks, yes, I need to enable that ERS. That'll save him heaps of time. Jono slightly up in his first sector. Missed it. He's a 10th off Kuraboy, just the position above, so he needs to try and drag some more time out of his lap here.
Because with the tight chicane here, though, being slightly up might be enough.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is you to get that right, and you could gain 2-3 tenths if you completely hop over that curb correctly. How does it look? Oh, he's invalidated. Oh, that's pain. Oh, and he nearly dies as well. Look at Flatbread as well. Flatbread obviously not on his lap as it after he just puts it in. Can still come around to start his lap. He's tucked in behind Flatbread for now. Who have we got here? Cyril and Kookaburra both on outlaps as well.
So the likes of Flatbread and Jono can just about get in and out of the pits in time to set another lap, but running out of time now. So here comes Constella on. I mean, he's going to have time if he's got enough fuel in, if he needs to abandon a lap to go again, but certainly not get round and pit. So you'd imagine this would be it for him now.
Yeah, I flipped him obviously. Provisional pole currently. Can he improve on his time? I know he's been talking about some big times in practice sessions they've been running. Ah, look at that. It's filthy when you watch them ride those curves like that. They're disgusting traction control. Through sector 1. Holds out in 7th than usually. All in 7th.
I think he's still on auto gears, isn't he? So I guess that's just what the game does.
Oh, maybe. It's very odd listening to that, yeah. But he's up on his time already as well. She's improved slightly, but what can he do when going up to sector 2 and 3? It's weird when you run manual and auto and then you see what the game suggests that you run. Because it just doesn't seem right, some of these corners. I mean, yeah, third round there, it's fine. How's he looking through here? Hops over that nicely. What's his delta looking like there? That's the big question. And he's up nearly a tenth. It's just what he needs if he wants to push that gap over Flatbread and Bard Tsunami in second.
Doesn't have a The guard dude who disconnected added. I think you might
Yeah,
need to invite him back.
I'll add him. I'll watch Constella and then I'll drop him an invite. Got Cheetah Doozy behind him as well, about to start his final run of the session. As well as one of the Mercs. Constella goes to the line, 27-2, up by a 10. It extends his lead at the front and puts even a bigger marker down for the people to catch him. 6-1. Zagua, yeah. Cool. I've sent him another invite as well. 27-2-02. F1 Kid said stinks of TC, yeah. it does, yeah. He's Constella's a known TC user, so it's slightly painful watching it because no TC inputs just sends you for a 360 around Miami, but if you've got a bit of traction, it just sicks you to the ground, so it's slightly frustrating to watch. Kookaburra goes to 5th as well with the 27-6.
Cyril wouldn't have been able to improve anyway because he was behind the car. I don't think it was a quality block, so I think they were also on the lap, but he just caught them up.
Ah, fair. Overimpress went slightly heavy into Mickey Mouse, and he's down half a tenth in his time. Nano's starting his time.
Sucks, so unless he's got, he's still got ERS, so if he's got time to get round.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he is. He's got 20 seconds, and
he's not making this. Yeah. So that's the clips he's done. Oh, he's done. He's cutting the whole head loss. One of the championship contenders as well, and he's potentially bottled it. Where are the Has people? Both Has men are on their laps now, starting at. Chesney's 5/10 up as well. So that'll put him down into the mid 27s. So if he has a good exit coming out the final corner here, he could be up around the top 5. Watch him to the line. I'm assuming that's the Merc of Overburst retiring as well. On track, which is a little annoying because that could block someone. Hopefully it doesn't. Chesney invalidated on the last corner as well. So I was saying, where could he go? He could have gone 5th. He did a 27-8 in the end. So that would have put him 9th, but he's staying 11th as things stand as well. Sean Cox finishes, goes 13th. Got K1 going slowly, so the K1's done. We've then got Kookaburra coming around the 5th. Is this time? No, he's not setting the time yet.
So Jono just short of a 10th up without having done the Mickey Mouse chicane yet.
Nano
he's got up and over the 2 curbs now.
Nano invalidated as well. He's coming into the pits and he realised he can save some time by just doing this.
This could be a pole lap. He's almost 4 tenths up here from Jono. Then out of the final corner.
I'll just quickly watch Troy ahead of him. 8th place is at the moment. He's slightly up on his time. Can he improve? Can he get past the Mercs? No, we can't. So we'll go to Jono.
He's got round the final corner well, so you'd imagine he's going to jump up to about at least 2nd here.
And he gets... he gets... So at 80 milliseconds away, then it goes on to the 2 Has guys. Bartolome, is he up on it? He's not up, is he? Down at 4th for Bartolome. Still a good lap. Wow, and that's your grid.
He's the only championship contender who's got in the top 6 then.
Yeah, it's big for Jono because John obviously missed the last race with a race ban. And then the closest rivals to him, Clipsy down in 7th. Nano 11th. Chesney 12th. So this is a big statement for Jono just to pull that gap in there. Kinsella and Jono are quite clear at the front as well. This has been one of the biggest jumps that we've had in quali this season. It's been quite close so far. I mean, Ali had a big gap last week. But yeah, these guys seem to have made the statement on the front. But Kinsella back on the grid and he's back on pole. Well, Cheetah's usually saying about lag spikes in sector 1, which is a shame for him as he gets 13th. We'll quickly run through the grid.
Disconnected.
Oh, that's going to be... he's PlayStation, so we might be able to get back in there. Sure, we said game crash. Can we hold fire? Yeah, we can try. We'll quickly run through the grid though. Kinsella first, gets pole position here in Miami. Jono second, Blackbread third. Bartolome with a nice P4. Kerbo P5, even though he's on about 3 hours of sleep from what I see from the chat. Kookaburra, impressive 6. Nice to see him back at the front once. Clipsy 7th, one of the title contenders, and he's down in 7th to start, so he's got a potential of getting killed. He's in the pack. Troy 8th, Ali 9th, Overburst 10th. Then you've got both McLarens outside the top 10. I don't think people would have expected that. So they're also fighting for the championship and they're down in the pack, so we'll see what they can do. they can cut through. Maybe they try a different strategy off the start and hope for a safety car. Cheetah Doozy, new driver, in at P13, reserving for Red Bull. Sean Cox hopefully can get back in. He's P14 at the start. K1 15th, Cyril 16th, and then we've got the 3 new drivers all in a row: Jaguar, i6, and Max rounding off the pack. And then obviously Nepatel, but Nepatel did have his quali ban, so we'll see what he can do. AlphaTauri are known for having their slight issues with being downfall preyed upon, so we'll see what they can do. I know both of them got killed last week, so what is this that Gabriel's just put in the chat? Cool, I think Sean just got back in, but hopefully I know that there's some glitches sometimes with people joining in between results and the race, so hopefully that's a glitching thing. The only thing worried that I'd have for Sean is that he's not going to have control of his car for the start of the race.
I have a horrible feeling he won't be able to pick his strategy or anything.
Yeah, and that means he's going to be. It's going to be frustrating for him because that means he's going to be on 1.5 with the default fuel, and then what's the recommended? I guess it depends how many laps you've done on quali, but it'd probably be medium hard. But we got 5 lights. Hopefully we get going without Sean Cox disabling the lobby. Can we get green? No, there's movement at the back. We see green. Does it stay green? Yes! Right, I can sell it off the line. Clean off the line. John down to turn 1. Oh, Flapper tries to go around the outside. We get slightly squeezed, but makes it through okay. Do we have any chaos at the back?
Oh, Ferrari's round. That's over in there.
Oh, and Sean Cox is last, but hopefully he can get control of his car. Quickly flick to the back. I know he's been spun. He's back. So hopefully he can cut through. We've got a big squabble go round into the end of Sector 1 here. Oh, die from i6 on K1. Bold move from the new driver. Past K1. I'm interested to see what people do with their ERS. Chesney got Cheetah Doozy right all over him here.
Troy's got through clips in the straight, and I think Addy's going at him as well. He's clearly not brought a lot of straight line speed.
Yeah.
He's had a poor exit.
Both of the cars that passed him didn't use that much ERS, so... Oh, we've had a spin at the back there as well. Is that another? Is that Ferrari gun as well? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, clips has gone up the back of Addy entering the tight chicane.
Yeah, well. I heard contact when I was on board with Troy, but Castella getting slightly reeled in by Jono just from slipstream. He's not really using any of his ERS. Chesney's then been passed by Cheetah Doozy. Drops down to 12. We'll have a quick look at strategies as we end lap 1. Most people opting for the medium start. Just Ali and Nana opting for the more aggressive soft start, with Nepatel, Nepatel, K1 and Cyril all going for the hard. So Sean Cox, even if he didn't get back in, he's been put on
into the wall, I think. Oh no, I think he's been okay. It's Cheetah Doozy at the back. I6 seems to have just cut across him.
Oh, is he still alive? Has he got damage?
No, I think he must have just kept out of the wall. I thought for a moment though, there's no chance he wasn't going to end up in the main straight wall. But
oh yeah, he looks okay. Oh, big moment there. Nepatel smells blood and he goes through the inside. The one thing though, I'm going to quickly flick through as we see possible race strategies here, flip up on the screen. When this goes away, I'm going to have a quick look at people's fuel situation. Because Miami would be a
just got through on Flatbread for third.
And he's reset to track again. But Tsunami does not want to be doing that because he was on the verge of a season ban, and that's an extra penalty point that he's guaranteed to get now. So he's 2 away from. If he just gets in 1 incident, that's a season ban for Tsunami. Did he spin by himself then? Did he just lose the back, or did he get tapped?
No, I'm pretty sure Flatbread ran into him.
Oh.
I mean, we'll have to see. But...
And he's used all of his ERS already. Lap 2 and his ERS is gone. Depleted, he's on 6%. Which isn't the smartest of moves. I mean, we watch him down to turn 1 and hope he doesn't do anything rash.
Max couldn't quite get a move to stick round the outside of Cyril back for 16th and has just dropped back.
Ali as well. Ahead of his teammate now as Tsunami gets back past Clipsy. We'll have a quick look at early position gains. Top 3 stays as it is, although Kurbod is right on the back of Flatbread. Big losers from the start are Bartolome down 4, and then at the back you've got Overenburst down 5, Sean Cox down 5 after his, well, I'm assuming it was an AI start as well. I believe the
suppose the big thing to happen so far is because that Flatbread collision, he's now 2.5 seconds back, and the front two are going to be clear with DRS.
Yeah.
They can create one hell of a gap up there.
This is what I'm somewhat expecting for F1, is trains to appear, but then I think there's going to be several packs. I think especially when you talk about trains, the biggest case is, I mean, we've had a couple of trains in the F1 division, but it's all going to be pace relative. So if people squabble too much, they will get left behind, because like you said, a little bit of contact and stuff from Flatbread. Oh, that's spin at the back as well. Let's just see Kurbod fly past Flatbread.
So I don't know if something's happened there.
Unless he's caught the wall on the inside. That's possible. Oh, Kurbod has a moment coming out the last corner, but he's through. He's through into third, but the front two are 2.7 seconds up the road. All on the same side.
Need to make it work between. Just need to work between them. They're going to catch up. Or Flatbread almost uncurable there. He wants to gap that he's never going to do that.
See that? This is what I mean. Just that little bit of contact has lost them 2/10. They need to, at a stage like this, they all need to just, realise they're in a train now. Just swap positions, use the DRS just to tow each other along. Switch positions in the best positions possible, rather than have unnecessary squabbling and then lose time. Nano gets past Ali, has a bit of a dodgy exit. But I mean, he's already flashing, as we were on board with him before, and saw that he's already out of ERS, but so is Nano. Nano's completely out of ERS as well. So some very questionable ERS management throughout the grid here. As Ali decides to go past both of them, does he make the move stick? Oh, he makes contact with Nano, and they both spin. Nano fully spins. Oh, I don't know what that's going to be in the Stewart stream, because it did slightly look like Nano turned in. Oh, and then Ali nearly turned in on Clipsy. Not Clipsy, sorry, on Chesney. He picks up a 3-second pen for multiple corner cuts. But look at the pack already. Look at the gaps just on the minimap up here. You've got the front two, then you've got this pack going down to Troy in 6, so 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it goes all the way back. Oh, and Troy goes slightly deep, taps the back of Kukura.
But they just got a very clean move into the final corner on Kurobo. But the truth, I don't think Kurobo's going to mind going behind for the odd lap, because I've seen he's already shown yellow on fuel, so he's pretty underfueled accepting a safety car.
Yeah.
Still plenty of time left, yeah.
Oh, and these guys are, what are these guys? These guys are fighting way too much. If they want any higher aspirations in this race, they need to just play this a lot smarter. As Max picks up a 3-second as well. These guys, look, the gap's now 4.6 seconds. Just doesn't seem the smartest of moves to do, but Skukova tries to hang around the outside of the Kurobod though to get the move stick. They've all got no ERS. Flatbread is the smartest one here. There's move up front actually. I don't think these guys switch positions there. It looked like John has slowly eased off and just kind of back off and just accept that he was going to come back in for his DRS on the next straight. Oh, Kinsella gets some
huge amounts of DRS still up there.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
Yeah.
I wonder if John was going to make a move here, because he could stick behind, but he has got a reasonable gap then between him and Kinsella head. Does he stay behind? He goes to the outside, and yeah, they switch. They've been very smart with this. See, this is what the guys behind need to be doing. They're effectively just working together, switching, realising they have the gap. Although the one thing that Kinsella did say that's a bit questionable in the chat is he did say he was going to do his best to kind of help Jono win. So it's, yeah, look at these guys, they're just switching it. Oh, I don't know what I think about this.
Yeah, after what's been said, I get...
At this point, it's somewhat helping each other mid-team. I'm not too happy with this, I can't lie. It seems very inter-team helping, where Jono gets back on the straight for DRS, and then literally just almost gives the position back. Yeah, this is not... F1 Kids in the chat has just said manipulation, yeah. This is more than just, like getting a toe and stuff. This is... I don't know. We're keeping an eye on this as the race unfolds, because They've got a 4.5 gap. What happens at the end of the straight then? Jono gets close, and I imagine then on the back straight after Mickey Mouse, Jono's then going to get back past him, and then if he lets Constella through it again down into turn 1, I think that's when something has to be done about this, and I will be messaging both of them to say that this
They
has
might
to
have
stop.
the stream on at least, but
Yeah, I mean if they do.
further back, we've had our first pit stop as well. Sean Cox had to get his wing changed, so he's gone hard.
Hards could actually make the end from here, you know. 23 laps, that's not completely out of the question.
Yeah, so this time they've not swapped, so whether or not they do it around here.
If they're listening, hopefully they've thought better, because it was a bit suspect. I mean, the gap there, Constella should not be moving aside. So if Constella moves aside here, this is not going to look good. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, Gabby's just said in the chat that they're in party helping each other. Yeah, there's a difference though between helping each other and working together in a race, and then almost protecting themselves. You know, Constella's not in a championship fight. He's moved down from F1, so he's expected to be at the front. He's entering this race with a lot of pace compared to the rest of the field. So if he's doing it to that level, it's just a bit sus. Flatbread though, get passed by Troy there in sector 1. And the Flatbread's in the best position here. It's that Sean Cox gone straight on. He's gone straight on.
I don't know how he's handed in the wall there, to be honest.
I'll be on board with him now and just see if he does anything a bit dodgy. Flatbread's left the session as well. He's on PlayStation, so he should be able to get back in, but I'll quickly drop him.
Invite as well, yeah. That might be an EA invite if he's listening, but he's at least been sent one.
He's got an invite, yeah, that's fine. Clipsy drops down to 8th as well. Just watch this battle in the front as it's starting to heating up a bit. Jono makes the move on Constella. Oh, see, at least they're fighting a bit now. This is a lot, you know. I feel like they've had people listening, and now they've realised that they need to actually race. Because otherwise,
I'm pretty sure Chimp's in the party with them maybe, and he's probably got the stream on.
If that's the case, yeah, then at least that'll change going forward, because we've now got 21 laps of actual racing rather than Flavio Briatore being thrown out the sport. But Flatbread's still not in. Oh, Chesney going for a bold move up the inside of Clipsy there. I'm surprised at how spread the ERS usage is throughout the field. You got like Chesney here's on 65%, same with Clipsy, but then you got Bard Tsunami on 8, Flatbread 21, not Kookaburra on 21, sorry, Troy on 5%. Kookaburra's still low on fuel as well.
It's also, left tail's round, and he's another one low on fuel. As I cut to him just to make sure it's still showing yellow, I see him spin. End of sector 1 that was.
Should use his left. I'll try and get him back in.
What's going on up top? Is that Bard Tsunami? Bard Tsunami was ghosted, and he's alongside Ali.
He's passed, yeah. I don't know, there was just a little lag spike to get Flatbread had to restart his game, so hopefully he's It's a shame though, because he was at the front. I mean, he's still ghosted now, but he should be able to get back in after this. Nano's lost the back of his teammate as well. Flatbread needs an invite. Yep, I can invite you now.
Oh, Troy's made a move stick for 3rd. I think that was around into the final corner. I missed that one. But Curable's going to go back at him and try hold it round the outside into turn 1. Although Troy does the right thing, I think, just backs out. The problem is the gap is now up to 7.2 seconds. So.
And he's in the pits as well, off those softs.
I mean, he was hoping for an early safety car, and surprisingly, we haven't got one. I mean,
I'm very surprised. We've had a couple of collisions, but in terms of actual collisions that have led to incidents or damage, has been very minimal, which is quite a relieved sight for once in the F2. Flatbread just sent you an invite there.
Out of all the tracks, though, to not get a safety car, this probably would have been the last one I would have predicted to have met without.
Honestly, yeah.
If we continue this one, as I say, there's the yellow flag in sector 1.
So Nepatal again, I saw it was on him. Hopefully Flatbread can rejoin. Oh, Chesney tries to make a double move effectively through the ghosted Flatbread. And then on Clipsy. Clipsy hangs around the outside and stays there. Can you send an EA one? Yeah, I just sent an EA one. Hopefully that goes through. It's still showing that you're in the lobby, so I don't know if we can invite you if you're appearing offline as well.
Bar 2 Nami's picked up a 3-second penalty.
And he's got, and there's a move again at the front. Oh, these guys are good side by side.
Now at least. So.
Gap is still 8.6 seconds, yeah. I mean, at this point, they're just having fun. This is like the old Mercedes days of Rosberg and Hamilton just scrapping miles down like 30 seconds on the road. Sure, they're tucked up behind Kurbold. Nice position there. K1 gets past Zaguar as well, down to the final corner, but Zaguar will have... Oh, K1 gets very leery on the throttle, but Zaguar behind does come into the pits. One of these things is interesting to look at, people potentially cutting the pit lane as well. Oh, we've just cut to Cheetah Doozy as well, he's side by side with IQ. I see. Just yeah, nice move. Oh, he just goes wide. I don't know. That's I was going to say it's that tactical to play a bit of a DRS chicken, but I think he just generally went wide because he's hung around side by side through the next couple of corners.
Yeah, I think there's far more strategic places to pull out before doing it there. But he has got the DRS.
No ERS though. It's the only. It must be a straight line speed deficit because Cheetah Doozy was using no ERS there. That was just genuine speed, and he probably picked up a warning there for track limits, which is a shame. Flatbread, where is Flatbread?
Because we had no room, so to be honest, it's one that would probably be able to come off if needed. And the Red Bulls had a moment slightly into the chicane, whether or not he's going to be able to capitalise, but if anything, he's actually pulled away from that then.
Flatbread, you're not showing us online, so I can't get you back in.
If he's listening, just reset the game.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then Sean as well. Or just like go back. It's all kicking off down the final corner.
Yeah, I thought Cheetah Doozy was going to run wide into the wall then, but I've been impressed with what I've seen from I6 so far. He's kept it clean from when
he's getting some scraps. Yeah.
I'll
scroll down to Flatbread.
Slight bit of contact there, but nothing major. I was just waiting for me to jinx him after saying that. What he can turn in and spin someone immediately. But no, so far I've been impressed by him.
Everyone's just getting exposed to my friend list right now while I try and get Flatbread back in.
Oh, I'm sure there's not many people on there.
Okay, I've sent you an invite. That's all I can. I've added him back in.
I'll send you another PS one as well quickly.
I get Sean Cox back in as well. He said, help me. I will, Sean, I will. I'm helping you. There's people left stranded waiting for invites. Yeah, Sean Cox is great.
Sean Cox is in, yeah. I've tried another one to Flatbread through PS as well. But...
Gap at the top has not really moved, and this gap has gone up to 10 seconds now.
But the other flag is like too.
Who was
Max
that?
is off.
Oh, he's just gone straight off. That's a bit of a weird place to go off. Oh, he's just fully lost the back end. It's a bit of a weird one.
I don't know what he was battling through there.
His tyres do not look good. Yeah.
Flatbread's back.
Yeah, he's back in. Down to 10th though, which is a shame for him because he's lost around. That gap's crazy that he's lost though because he was up with the front four. That's a real shame. At least he's back. Or he's left immediately as well.
Oh, over in Bertha is spread into the pits. There's a few pit stops going on at the moment. Curable is in, Nano is in.
What does it get? I'm assuming it's all onto hards at this point then. It's a bit early actually. I wouldn't expect them to come out as early as lap 12. Maybe they're just hoping then to cling on towards the end on the hards, or maybe pray for some kind of safety car towards the end, which I'm honestly still surprised.
So far they've all kept it clean on the pit lane, so I've been watching.
Oh. they're being stalked. As Clipsy goes down the inside of Chesney. Chesney tries to hang around the outside, all slight contact made. As Chesney did not want to be there. And he has to give up the position, but they nearly chucked each other into the wall there, so that was nearly a catastrophe. That could have been our first safety car. Chesney now has to cede it for now.
Oh, need to swap up top again. So
Very
John is
close,
back
yeah.
into the lead, and they're going to go out, I think, into turn 1 maybe? No, he's dropped back
Yeah.
slightly, but with DRS.
It's actually disgusting when you look how much ERS these guys are on compared to the rest. These guys have basically got a full tank. They're just fully just trading positions.
So they are now at least doing it well fighting, but still just gapping them.
Yeah. It just shows the pace deficit, I guess, that these two guys have. I mean, both Cancelo and John have both had their time in the F1 division in the top tier. Sean Cox says he's retiring in the pits.
Yeah, he keeps disconnecting. So.
Yeah, that's a
one
shame.
of a painful one, but I don't blame him at this point because his AI's just lost him tons of time.
Yeah. Cooper gets a great run out of it. Oh, nearly makes contact with Cheetah Doozy. He's on fresh hards compared to Cheetah Doozy's 12 lap old medium, so zooms past him in sector 1. Flatbread still AI. I don't know if you can send him one more invite just to try and drag him back in.
Yeah, I'd ask him another one.
Oh yeah, he said. I'll send both you guys another invite. People are going through the ringer today with invites.
I can't send him another invite. I think he needs to reload the game again if he's listening.
Yeah, I'll send him one through because you're appearing offline, Flatbread. So I don't think the invites always properly send when you do that, so you might have to do that. I've sent you one. Gap at top as well, 2.5 tenths. I don't know if there's going to be a swap this lap. No ERS usage being done by the front guys. Wave says, "Are the front two if the leads even find each other?" No. Look at the ERS. These guys are just, if they're close enough to get a move done in DRS, they do. If not, they just hang behind. They were at one point. It was looking very dodgy, where they were just fully just switching and keeping the gap. But I mean, these guys have dragged their mediums out a couple of laps longer than other people that have bailed out onto the hards already. Yeah, Nicola said, honestly, there's no need to fight now for the top two. Yeah, I think it's only when it gets to the last 5-6 laps or something that I think it then turns into an actual who's going to win this. So then that'll be decided who's if there's anything fishy to play. This Clips is 3.3 now off the back of Kookaburra. Still got Chesney on his tail and within DRS. So we'll see what Chesney can do, just see if he can get a bit closer to the back of this lap.
Oh, Sean. Oh,
yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's painful, but yeah, at least he can rest. As Chesney finally gets that move done that he wanted 2 laps ago on Clipsy, goes deep into the corner to kind of cut Clipsy off, and that works. Quickly try and send Flatbread one more. Still not appearing.
It's quite a spread out field at the moment. They swapped again for the lead into the final corner.
Yellow flag.
That's just the car
Sean Cox. Yeah.
I don't know if John is going to make a move here up the inside. He's got ahead. And yeah, they've kept it clean. I mean, this is the only thing really. They just need to make sure they don't take each other out because they both know, unless there's a safety car, these are the front two to start.
Yeah. Flatbread, it still says you're in an online session, so I can't send you an invite. I think he's giving out this opinion. Yeah, decent pace there as well. Yeah, onto the hards as well. So we see you can do going to the end on this. A bit weird that he's choosing to do a longer stint maybe on the mediums compared to the hards. I guess it's literally going to be a 50-50 race, but I think that's what the game recommends actually. Just one more lap. Is he just going to come out ahead of Bartolome as well? It's timed it quite nicely for him actually. Cyril's now got some Raptors behind him. He's got 2 cars and brand new hards. Oh, and Bartolome getting very close to the back of Chesney. Trying to make his slightly grippier warning hards count. Oh, and he catches the back of Cyril. Chesney goes into the back of him. This is where yeah, he's going to fly past him now.
Yeah, I was about to say Nana's got through on Cheetah Dozy with DRS, although he's clearly not brought a lot of straight line speed left. You know, Cheetah Dozy's just brought tons of it.
Yeah.
But he's still got the move to stick.
That's going to be another move at the front by the looks of things. Oh yeah, they're scrapping as well. They're both going to race into the pits. Oh no, they weren't. But they were both going into the pits, and these guys need to pit at some point.
I guess they're thinking medium soft at this point.
Yeah, if they're
to be honest,
extending.
you can't blame them just keep extending and stay out until the ones behind pit.
Yeah, they got
There's
the
no
gap
need
too.
for them
Yeah.
to risk sitting now and having a safety car messing up the order.
Yeah. One thing worth saying, obviously, we're past the halfway point now of the race. In terms of the championship, you look at our title contenders, just as I say that, Ali and Nano, two people involved in the championship fight, scrapping down into turn one. Cheetah Doozy gets 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. That's something we know to come into this race as well, that this might be a race where people do pick up that 5 seconds speeding, as worn tyres, it is hard to slow down. Oh, Nano gets a bit out of shape, come around turn three. But yeah, talking about the championship, leading the championship, I'll just quickly bring up the standings so we can have a live check-in on how things are going into this race. So currently joint at the top, was joint at the top before the last race. Now it's Clipsy leading on 77. He's then in 5th place. Nano second on 73, down in 7th. Chesney on 60 points. He's only getting the 1 point so far from this race, although we will leap Bard Tsunami after he's reset the track, and he's
I also think he's about to make a move done now into DRS. He's used to DRS, and yeah, he's got first.
Yeah, damn. To Sean, does he try anything? Bard Tsunami tries maybe something, but no, nothing really he can do to fight that move. Although we might have a little go down with some DRS. But yeah, and then we've got Ali on 56 points. He's in 8th place. And then this is where the big thing might occur, because you've got Jono down on 53 points, so he's 5th in the standings, but he's in a position to win this race. Kookaburra's left position as well.
That's painful as well, because Choi's just gone into the pits to undercut him, and then Kookaburra disconnects when he needs to go around and set a fast lap and not get dropped.
This is the lap to count.
Yeah. And it's painful now, because Choi would have had the undercut on there anyway, but this completely seals it now that Choi's going to be clear.
And it's one of those two.
I think we're trying to claw back somewhat with the DRS, but they're never going to make the gap.
It's one of those disconnects as well where it still shows them as playing.
Tsunami's gone into, and he's spun Chesney. I don't know and he's retired.
He's fully out of the safety car. Is that literally on the straight? What?
Yeah, I cut to it very late, and it's very tough to tell what's happened, but it fully looks like
he's killed him.
Tsunami's put Chesney into the wall.
Right. Okay, we're just cutting back to that. You kind of look at the position of that on track. Right, Flatbed saying, can we use the safety car to try and get him back in? Flatbed, please sort out your if you're appearing online, and we will send you an invite and we can get you in for this last little stint.
I sent him one now.
It still says you're in a social lobby, so I can't invite you.
Has he reset the game? If not, he needs to do that if he's listening.
Yeah, if you're listening, reset the game, because it's still showing you as appearing in a social lobby, so we can't invite you to a lobby when you're already in one, supposedly. You just need to make sure you don't quit to main menu, because that will retire your car. That's big as well there for Chesney. I'm assuming has he got any damage? Somehow it doesn't look like he's got anything. Unless he's got rear wing.
I saw front wing go flying off, but I don't know whose it was. I assume, because Bard Tsunami obviously crashed out.
Yeah, he's missing wheels. Yeah.
Wow. Kookaburra is not pitted because he's still in AI.
Is he still in there? No, he's in. He's chosen to stay. That's him in his car. I don't know if he took it too late, but Costello's overtaken the safety car. Ooh, that could have been a DSQ there. That's very lucky. This brings the cars behind though right in the fight. Oh, and Clipsy just does Troy. Kookaburra, he's lagged out again.
Yeah, I don't think he was able to get back into control of his car. If not, it's a very odd decision to not go into the pits, because it was what was going to save him from the Troy undercut.
Yeah.
He would have come back out ahead.
Some people are not fully committing to the softs as well, whether they have softs available. Is another question. I6. Got K1, who's already done a lap. Chesney in the pits. I don't know if a wing change was involved there. And then Overenburst comes out ahead of Zaguar. Cheetah Doozy coming out as well there. And then Max in the pits to round off the field before Neptau steams around on his new medium, so he's going to steal that place and go up to 17th.
Right, Ben sends Flatbread a PS invite. K1's got now as well. It's not going well today.
Oh, I see Chesney put in the chat. He has just said, "Enjoy your season, banter, Bartonari." So we'll we'll wait for that FI to our flappers join, so hopefully he can stick around. But yeah, we'll leave that for the FI to see. But it did not look good considering the positioning of that. I'm assuming it's one of those ones where whichever car it was, has tried to kind of hang it around the outside, and then the gap has closed or something. But yeah, Sean Cox in the chat said that PlayStation servers might be shitting themselves. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, because the amount of this is the most I've seen PlayStation drivers leave the lobby in a while.
So
Because
Cooper is now in, and I think he's going to be able to come back out ninth, maybe.
that's not too bad actually, considering that the safety car somewhat saved him, because he's in a better position than he was before. He's within touch of the front. I know it's a pain that he's dropped a couple of positions, but he's still in this fight, and he's got two medium runners in front of him. One saving grace, I would say, for the championship guys, is this has brought them right back into it. Nano, Ali, I mean, even Chesney, even though he might have had a attempted assassination on him, but he's still within the pack, in touch from the top 10 again, and he's on fresh tyres as well. K1 in front of him with a penalty, so that's at least one position that he'd hop up.
It was a very odd collision that's going to be interesting to see back, because it seems Bartunari was trying to complain about Chesney sticking his nose in, but to me, I cut to it and it just looks like he's been put in a rule. And Chesney said he's got real wing damage.
Yeah, it's a real shame. I'd be very interested to see what even happened.
And to me, I don't know whether or not maybe there was contact and he's moved back across to almost make a point, which I hope it's not happened, but...
To get rear wing damage, he's either smashed into the back of him, or he's been spun and he's kind of driven back into a wall.
It looks to me like he went across the front of him and then he's just spun and must have just hit the rear wing on the wall.
Yeah, okay. I will have to see. I'm assuming that's going to get reported after the race. So yeah, any drivers listening, feel free to report anything that you may feel is penalty worthy. We use this time as well where we wait for a couple of guys at the back to catch up, and while the safety car's still out, to say season 6 sign-ups are out. So if you haven't signed up already, please feel free to take the time to drop a sign-up in. We've already had, I'll do a live check. We've already had 42 sign-ups so far for the new season, which starts in a couple of weeks. We've still got this week to do. We've then got the next 2 final rounds of the season. We've got Brazil next week, round it out in Abu Dhabi. Then we'll probably have a week or 2 break, and then back to action for season 6, which should who was that? Roman Burston's nearly gone into the back of Chesney behind the safety car. I was literally on board with that when I saw it. Kookaburra's lagged out as well again. I wonder if that was a little load shed spike, because that was same time for Overenburst and Kookaburra. I don't think he's got wing damage.
It's lucky that the safety car's been called when it has for Kookaburra in a way, because although it's a bit painful he's dropped to 8th, at least all the disconnecting's happening with the safety car here, and hopefully it settles down by the time he gets back in. Be interesting to see what Flatbread can do from 17th as well. Obviously several disconnects have hampered his progress, so we'll see if he can get back through the field. He clearly has pace. Yeah,
everyone obviously reset back to 100% ERS, so that gives people a chance, but then it depends how much you drain it on the opening restart, because you got 8 laps of racing, but this early track position could be crazy. I mean, just look at the gap that the top 2 pulled just because of squabbling behind it. How much do you really want to I don't know, how much do you really want to fight at the start? Because you want to make it count, but at the same time you don't want to rush it too much. And Kookaburra's getting screwed here by being ghosted. Is there going to be one more lap? Safety car's surely going to be in this lap. I'll quickly drop Kookaburra one more invite before we
tried already sending him one. Safety car will be in this lap, but you still got time to send him another.
Yeah, it says he's online. He says he's not in a session, so I should be able to drop him. Yeah. Get in. Right. Now, this is going to be interesting because you've got Clipsy then. Clipsy Jono, they've said in the chat gloves are off. And then out of nowhere, Clipsy's right back in the fight for this win. How late does Constella go? And he goes, he's He's done accelerate. He's going for the throttle now. He's gone. Leaves Jono behind. And Troy's had him down into turn
Troy's
one.
got through and clips, yeah.
And cheated doozies
And
like that as well.
Oh, bit of a dive bomb through, but
yeah, Coldwood's through.
So Addy's rounded that, or certainly lost a lot of places.
I'll go back and see, just side by side. Cook Brother has been completely shafted and he's dropping places by being AI. Same with Cheetah Doozy, I'll quickly drop him another invite. I feel like I've seen this screen way too much this race. Cut back up to the front, it's fighting everywhere, but we prioritise the front. And these guys are finally using a bit of their ARS to pull away. Troy eating most of it out of this front five, all on the soft, so you'd expect this front five to pull away. Nano's on that cusp there, and you'd expect him to kind of stay there. Cyril sees off I6 as well to hold on to 8th.
I don't know how, but I6 is on 15% ERS, so I assume he's left it on during the whole of the safety car.
Yeah, apparently, I think Gabby mentioned this earlier, I don't think the guy is turning it off.
Yeah, I think he's... Was it him who didn't turn it on in quali? I wonder if he's now gone for the opposite approach of just not turning it off in
Yeah, so I'm assuming he's quite I don't think he was new to the game a couple of days ago, so he may well not know how to actually use the RS, so I'll go into his DMs after and just say, lads, I'll pull him aside, I'll just give him a talking to. Gap at the front though, Constella puts the fastest lap in, he's 6/10 up from Jono. Clipsy there has he had a bad start to this restart, dropping 2 positions down to Kurbold and Troy. Both drivers as well.
Thing now. Kurbold didn't go for anything here, and Troy can keep them in DRS. The race is suddenly wide open again, but he seems to be struggling through sector 1, and I think this is already going to be the second gap appearing now.
So yeah, look at it, it's right on that cusp, isn't it?
He's got what, another half lap so to hold on. There's a yellow flag. Is that Chesney's in the wall? Rear wing damage must have caused him to go.
And Nano goes past Clipsy though. Nano just making that gap count, but I think that's as far as he's going to go because these cars have... Oh, there's contact though between Kurbold as he clips the back of Troy. And that gap truly is gone now already. I mean, look, Constella's already pulled a gap as well as Ali gets
Ali
3 seconds. Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't seen more penalties, honestly. Only a couple of 3 seconds, a couple of penalties for speeding in the pit lane as well. And there's a move up front. Corner cutting his off a chair. I wonder if he's just bundled over.
On board, I think. So he's pretty cut. I think he's going to retire now because he's missing an end plate. He's got rear wing.
He's finished. Yeah, his race has been finished.
I think
by.
He's about to call it an end with there.
So it's a shame because that's effectively his title done. And I know this man had other plans, and he's messed around his plans to do this race, and then he's been shafted. So I do feel for him. Is he the pits?
He's pitting as well ahead of him, but I think that's under AI. It's ghosted. Whether or not that's a damage pit stuff, I don't know. Or
yeah, Chesney retires unfortunately. It's a shame.
That probably is the end of his championship hope.
Yeah, he was right on the cusp anyway, I think. I mean, I'll quickly get up I'll quickly bring up the gap, the live gap, just to see. The gaps at the front are already massive, considering it's only been 3 laps.
The thing that might save him is, because that gap's already appeared, because there's actually dropped on it from DRS as well this time. So the thing that might will save him is if Kurbold and Troy potentially get through on him, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Well, I've just been sent a clip of Bartolomew's crash with of Chesney, and I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to get put in a ticket, but I'll see.
Yeah, it's certainly one, when I cut to it, I don't fully get how it's happened really without kind of it swiping across, but it doesn't appear to apparently be the case. It seems like it was more, they've come together, and then when he's lost the car, he's then just accidentally come across when trying to save it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like on the clip.
It'll be interesting to see both POVs, yeah.
Yeah, we'll, that's something for the stewards to look in after as well. So Ali tries to go around the outside of Troy. And they're trying to make some good progress. And he does get past Troy, fair play. On the harder compound. 1 lap younger though, but it's it's still medium versus softs. I guess softs will get to that point now, 7 laps in. that you start to think, oh, they've probably got a bit of wear now to the point that they're a bit past their prime, and it is looking that way. If Nano's starting to get stuck in against these soft guys. I mean,
he's already low on the ERS, low on ERS though is the only problem. But
yeah.
Flatbread fastest lap.
So these gaps at the top, they're crazy. Like, this is the top three sorted really now. But Nano, I think, honestly, I mean, the only thing that's shafting Nano potentially is his situation with regards to his ERS. Because, like, Kurbo does have that gap now to be able just to hold him off.
I think Troy's slightly dropping back, and I feel like we're going to see now the front four potentially out of DRS. He's going to have it this time, but it's going to be very tight, I think, by the next time they get to the DRS protection point.
And then it flies past Kurbo and down into turn 1, but he's flashing. Meanwhile, Kurbo still has 41%. Ali gets a 5-second penalty. This is Ali done as well.
Is that going to be him? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, and he can't make the next race either, so that's another one definite. I mean, it's always going to be very unlikely for Ali, but I think realistically that's our championship fight down to 3, being with Jono, Nano, and Clip.
Yeah. So both Mercedes drivers, and then we've lost the driver from McLaren, and we've lost the Hazman of Ali as well. So, but you'd assume so anyway.
And without the DRS, instead is really up the road, and Nano's beginning to sort of close in on Jono.
Yeah. It's Blackbird Ghost as well, because he's been a bit laggy this race and in and out of the session, which is a shame again. It's down to 15. Oh, and there's a Cyril's in the wall going into Mickey Mouse. I might have damaged the He's at 3 seconds after trying to recover his car. And I don't know if that's going to be wing damage for Cyril. Oh, Flatbread said brake check though. Anything you want to report, yeah, please put it in the ticket. Cyril very slow coming out of that corner. And it looks like he's fresh meat for K1. He flies past him. Does he have damage on that end plate? I don't think he does. No.
It's certainly not over for the podium fight then, because Jono's dropped right back without the DRS.
Yeah, Jono's finished. It's now a battle now between Jono and Nano, which could get very, very tasty. And then the one thing that I would say though is he's dragging Kurbo along somewhat. So he's now putting him in a position where, you know, Kurbo could get involved in this podium fight as well. Because he's got, I know it's not much, but he's got a bit of ERS compared to these guys. Jono's now completely eaten into his. Cancella's sat pretty. Cancella's won this race. I mean, unless that's the biggest commentator curse ever, he's won. He's bottled down the road, and he's now just got to sit here and do his thing. Nano tries to go around that side. Is he going to go for the move here? Is he going to try and stick behind? Oh, slowly eases off. Thinks better of the actual move. Oh, and Kurbo's hit him from behind. That's given Jonathan breathing room. I wonder if this is going to get Troy involved as well. Because if they're starting to fully scrap, this could be... I mean, that would drag 2 cars along. I mean, it depends, because we got 3-4 laps left of racing. So still plenty left to happen. Yeah, Kurbo's dropped a bit back. Same with Nano on this lap. But this could be close down into turn 1, you know. Nano choosing not to really use any of his ERS, which is smart for now, just trying to save that up for the last couple of laps as Cyril gets past K1.
It's really going to make this title fight tight after this race then.
Yeah, this is going to be really tasty. Because you look at the gaps before entering this race, and you've got Clipsy on 77, so he's dropping points to the front guys. Nano on 73, so Nano will take the lead of the Nano will take the lead of the championship. Chesney won't be scoring any. Same with Ali. Jono looks like he's and Nano's messed up that corner.
He's going to lose DRS. Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Oh, is he
just about a second?
Oh, is he? No. I don't know. Is he going to get it?
No, there was the line. I think he's been in the second.
Yeah.
Just about.
Thanking his lucky stars. Yeah. They've all got the same ERS usage as well, so no one's got an upper hand in this fight. The only thing that's favouring one driver is if they've got the straight line speed. Cyril and K1 still scrapping down here for 7th and 8th, both with penalties though. I'll have a look quickly what that gap is. Just 3 seconds. I don't know, Cyril surely got damage from that hit he had on the wall. I'll be surprised if he didn't, but he might have escaped. But up we go back to the fight for the podium. Kurbo decided now's the time. He empties his battery, uses everything. Just for one last little push towards the back of Nano. Nano's using nothing, that's why he's still got 20% saved up. Kurbo not getting close to him. Luckily, doesn't make a touch on him and cost anyone. I mean, he's 1 point. Well, Troy's been passed now by Clipsy, but 1.6 as well for those guys. Oh,
just check warnings. Nano's showing 3 warnings, so one's a collision.
Oh, and these guys are fighting too much on the exit of turn 1 and 2, and they might have cost it. Oh, and they've made contact. Oh, they've just lost themselves. DRS messing around for 4th. Oh, that's a shame for Bob. You would think that might be John is somewhat saved now, unless these guys get a move on and push towards the final lap again, but that might have just cost Nano or Kurbo a P2. And that's got Clipsy involved, because now Clipsy is within DRS.
The straight line speed is bringing Nano back into the DRS for the next point if he can hold it, although they're going side by side again.
Yeah, Kurbo's going to have him. Oh, he tries to go around the outside. Oh, they're going to make contact. Yeah, he's squeezing completely off. And they're still side by side. And they make contact, they're going side by side to Mickey Mouse.
It's going to end in tears.
And they're making contact.
If they both made it out alive, they had to.
Somehow. Good driving, but they've cost themselves 2 seconds. It's almost the top 2 is done now. They've ruined their chance for P2, and it's now brought Clipsy involved as well. Another title contender. This is not
Clips
what...
is through and will now lead the championship then after this if he can stick it, although they're going to go side by side.
They've just completely ruined any chance of a P2 because they just want to go side by side and have a scrap. It was good racing to not put it in the wall, but I mean, Nano would go slightly deep then. Clipsy tries a little switch back. Oh, I don't know which car you'd want to be. What position would you want to be in coming into the... Would you want to try and be behind now, make the pass, and then fend them off down into the final corner, or would you want to stay behind all the way?
DRS anyway, though, because at the moment he gets it to Kurbo.
He gets it to Kurbo. Kurbo's the sitting duck here, but he has had a bit of straight line speed. He's got a tiny bit more ERS. I'd expect Nanan to get past Kurbo here. Oh, but does he? No, he doesn't. Unless he moves aside, is there going to be any games played here? No. It's just straightforward racing. Oh, Clipsy nearly misses his braking. Oh, heart and mouth moment. And, I mean, he's still going to be in the mix, but he's missing his braking points, put him on that back foot going down into final turn. We may have to cut to Constella quickly to watch him actually come across the line, but this is looking very tasty.
Keep an eye on this, because I think Nano's going to potentially make a move on Kurbo.
Yeah. Oh, he's a bit... Oh, I don't know, he's quite far behind. It's going to be a lunge.
Kurbo must be bringing straight line speed.
I think it's done. And unless it's a late move.
He's going to go to the outside and he's going to try hold it.
I'll quickly cut. Constella does win. Constella wins the Grand Prix. But who comes P2?
Kurbo defends it.
Jono second. Nano to the line.
It's going to be so tight.
No, 20 milliseconds. Kurbo holds it. Nano gets P4. Clipsy though, good recovery. Nearly got involved in that scrap though. He manages to get P5. Troy P6. Oh wow, what an end. One thing worth mentioning, Kookaburra, he was disconnected. He went all the way to the back. He fought back to P7. Fair play for Kookaburra on that, because I think his race was dead and buried at one point. K1, that's at 7th and 8th there for Aston Martin. Cyril, 9th place after getting overtaken the last couple of laps by K1, but still points for AlphaTauri. Overenberg's bringing home the top 10. And then P11, I just saw I6 gets 11th on his debut in the league. We'll quickly have a look through the rest of the order when we get to the race director. Nano gets your in-game driver of the day. If people are still watching, feel free to say who you think your driver of the day was if you've watched that whole race. I know it was a chaotic race towards that end. I mean, Constella dominated that race. Surely he's
Yeah, yeah.
You'd
8
expect him to
seconds in
be.
the end, he won by.
Yeah.
Didn't even clock how big the gap got.
Yeah. It was interesting how that second stint worked because Jono just really seemed to drop off. Even at the end, when these guys were fighting, he then still got caught up by a second. So if these guys weren't fighting, you really look at that and think, I don't think that, I think that P2 would have been someone different. I think we could have had a different people on this podium. But yeah, Over and Burst 10th, as I said. I6 first race gets P11. Zaguar as well, 12th. Nepatout 13th. Max 14th. And Cheetah I think he was AI at the end, which was unfortunate, but he gets 15th. And then some of the DNFs, you've got Ali, Chesney, title contenders down there as well. So a big race for the title. Stay tuned tomorrow to see how the championship looks when everything gets done and dusted, and potential
Yeah,
penalties. I don't know if anyone gets thrown under
with
the
no
bus
penalties, so Clips is going to lead by 2 points then.
over Nano,
Yeah.
and then John is right back in the mix then as well.
Jono's, I think, still going to be about, 10, 15 behind, I think? I haven't done the gap to Jono, but it's going to be 2 points separating the top two with, 2 races left now.
It's very interesting. 2 races left, and the title. This is the closest title fight in F2 history. One thing quickly worth noting: 8 races, 8 winners. Canstella, did he win? He didn't win last week, did he? He got
No,
P2,
Troy
yeah.
won it
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah. So that's 8 races this season. We've had a different winner for every single race. We've got 2 races left. Can we go the whole season with no one winning 2 races? Surely not. I mean, to expect one the title. I mean, Jono's not won a race yet, and he's literally in this. He's in a title fight, and he's not won a single race. So
I don't think Curabog's won either, and I mean,
no.
he's
I mean,
another man who could do it.
yeah,
Chesney,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
there's quite a
exactly.
few of them still left who could do it. So.
Yeah. So we've got plenty still to play for. Everything to play for. Everything still to play for in these final 2 races. I know that's probably a big step up for Mercedes as well in the constructors, considering McLaren had a car DNF and Nano was 4th in the end. So I think Mercedes are starting to edge that away in their favour going into the last couple. So going into that, they were 3 behind, so McLaren do drop them behind Mercedes again. But yeah, right. Well, that's us done for the week. Next week, go to the penultimate round of the season. We've got Brazil. I've seen possibilities in chat that there is a bit of rain about, so we'll have to wait for Tuesday for the official confirmation if there is actually any rain for the race next Friday. But yeah, F1 up next in 40 minutes. So if you want to stick around for that, please feel free to.
So a lot of the big hitters missing this week.
Yeah, so it could be we could have a couple of interesting names in the front. I know, obviously Cecil, he is the season 5 champion, and I think he's just doing some honorary last to first, so he will be at the back. So chance for someone else to potentially be on pole, potentially someone else to win the race. So stay tuned for that. Of course, as well, if you're watching and haven't already, please feel free to sign up for season 6. Sign-ups are live in the Discord if you want to go check that up here. Until next week. If you want to stick around for F1, feel free to do that. If not, if you're just interested in F2, we will see you next week. Goodbye.